Washington and Baltimore and all the ships at sea. This is Big Dave here on DCRTV.com. Dave TV for the 14th of March 2011. I'll tell you something. One of the things that drives me crazy is the media covering the media. You know, a lot of what we see now on the internet is websites that cover the media covering stuff like politics. The media has become big stars. And I think, that's one of the reasons why we're seeing, it's like Katie Couric. It wasn't just Katie Couric becoming the CBS news anchor a while back, but it was Katie Couric, the media celebrity superstar. And it wasn't just that she was a journalist taking over the top spot at CBS News. It was that she's like a superstar, right? Almost like a movie star, and there was so much coverage about Katie and, what she was wearing and how her hair was and what her salary was and all this other stuff and, what slogan she was going to use to close the show. And it was like the media just falls all over itself covering the media. And we're still seeing an awful lot of that. You go to these websites like Mediaite, and I look at Mediaite because I'm a media junkie and all that. But you look at Mediaite, and it's so kind of smarmy in a way. Who are the celebrities? Jon Stewart and Bill Maher and Bill O'Reilly and more Bill O'Reilly and cadaverous Don Imus and oh gosh, and Rush Limbaugh. I just love the way Mediaite every single day they report this kind of the douchey things that Rush Limbaugh said on his show. It's like Rush Limbaugh is the news every day, and then Rush Limbaugh drops little mentions of Mediaite. It's really it's getting to be a smarmy kind of thing here. And it's like, Rush Limbaugh just says, Rush Limbaugh just wants publicity. And he just says the craziest crap just so that these awful sites like Mediaite will just fall all over him. And then you get Mediaite there will be 100 postings to a Rush Limbaugh article, that Rush Limbaugh said something stupid. And you look through it and it's the same 5 people over and over and over and over and over and over and over again commenting. And you're thinking, there aren't 100 people commenting on that Rush Limbaugh story on Mediaite. They're the same 5 people over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then you get TBD, right? How many stories did we see in the last year about TBD? This magnificent, it's like, the press, the media, Mediaite, TBD. Here's TBD. It started, must have been at least a year's worth of press before the thing even started. All Britain, Channel 7 and all that were starting up this local news website, and they were going to link to local blogs, and it was going to be this great innovation and all this other stuff. And there must have been a year's worth of press about this coming down the pike, all over all these, media sites and all that. And it finally launched, and then it just kind of caved in on itself. And we just get the news just yesterday that Steve Buttrey, one of their, I don't even know what this title would be. What would you call this? He was the community engagement director. Okay. Anyhow, he's leaving. He's pretty much the last big name to leave TBD. I don't know. We saw Eric Wemple, who slammed the Washington Post almost every day when he was editor over at City Paper, joins the Washington Post. Okay, whatever, but he's like, oh, TBD. It was all Britain is just making one dumb clucky move after another now. Yeah, the launch of the Politico was a good thing. There was the need for that, I think, and all that advertising dollar coming in from all those defense contractors and lobbyists and stuff. That's what's propping that, that site up. But, TBD relied on local advertising, and there was just so many other websites, radio stations, television stations doing what TBD was trying to do that it just didn't quite work. There wasn't the advertising base for it. And I said that. I said that before it launched. I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I said, this site ain't, if what they're trying to do, that it ain't going to work commercially. It's not doing it. The Washington Post is already doing that stuff. WTOP is already doing that stuff. All the TV stations in town are already doing that stuff. You got DCS, other websites doing that stuff. Local newspapers in the Washington area all doing that stuff. I don't know. You know what I think Albritton should do? If I could give some advice to Albritton, I would say take Politico and turn it into a national television channel. That's what I would do. I would launch a kind of a commercial version of C-SPAN. Get up there with CNN and Fox News. They all want to be these political, video channels that scream and yell at each other. Why not launch Politico and do the same thing with that and make it more of kind of like a cross between, say, CNN and C-SPAN? And, you get in the you could easily get on the air at the Washington area, just spread it out and make it a national channel, Politico TV, and make it a 24/7 national cable channel. I really think that and defense contractors would love to advertise on that. You'd get that advertising base from the Politico over onto the TV side. You could put it up on the internet stream and the whole thing, but have a 24/7 Politico TV channel. That's what I think Albritton should be wasting its time on, and not on stupid things like TBD. Or News Channel 8. What's News Channel 8 ever going to do? It's a good idea, I guess, but it's never going to be a big money maker or anything like that. And News Channel 8 needs to get away from its cable platform and get on the internet. They're tied to the cable platform. And News Channel 8 launched in 1990, whenever that was, it was cable TV, and they needed to be on cable TV. They need now to get on broadcast television. They need to be on one of Channel 7's digital channels. They need to be on the internet. But they're locked into all these old cable deals where they can only be on cable TV. And that's actually stunting the growth of News Channel 8. So, when you look at Albritton, some of their decisions were kind of stupid over the years. It's like any company. Some of their decisions work. Some of their ideas are stupid. And lately, Albritton's making some stupid decisions in there. What the heck? Oh my golly gee who's-a-fats. So what was I doing here the other day? Let's see what time we got. Okay, we're at the 7-minute mark. Got a couple more minutes to show you a few things here. Let's go to the audio thing. I wanted to play a couple. Anybody remember WOHN radio? Herndon actually had a radio station once. It was on 1440. And I remember as a kid, used to take the school bus back before Reston had a high school. South Lakes. All the kids from Reston used to go to Herndon, and we'd get on the bus here in South Reston, and we'd take us down Fox Mill Road over to Monroe Street, and we'd go up through Herndon and then up to Drainesville Road and go to Herndon High, which was about 8 or 9 miles away, 7 miles away. But we'd always go down Fox Mill Road, and as we passed Fox Mill Road, there on the right was WOHN, sitting there in a little, field, a little radio station, 1440. For a while it was a country station, and then it flipped to kind of contemporary hits. And it was a funny little station. And the 1440 transmitter beamed the signal to the west. So it went out to Herndon, went out to Loudon. But you could hardly get it in Reston, which was just 2 or 3 miles away because they didn't beam to the east. I guess they were protecting WOL and 1450 on the adjacent channel. But cool little station. Got a couple jinglies here for you. So let's listen to a few little audio clips and some jingles from the old WOHN. Let's see, what do I got here? Listen to this.
And those are 3 different things they could do.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. We've been talking to Judy Cranford, the Director of Public Relations for the Church of Scientology. This is Randy Shaw. That's this week's Parade of Progress.
WOHN Herndon. Where's Herndon? Never heard of it. For that matter, where's Jay? It's 8 o'clock and you're with Jack Edwards.
Okay, how about this one?
WOHN. WOHN. WOHN.
And if you check out DCRTV Plus, which of course is only $35 for 2 years, that's a special. We've got a whole special section here on WOHN, a tribute page with a whole bunch of people that worked there, some pictures of the station over the years, what it looked like back in the early days, some bumper stickers, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Then back before it was WOHN, it was WHRN. And there's their coverage area. As you can see, This is Herndon. The transmitter was just to the southeast of Herndon, and we lived here in Reston, which is just outside the coverage area. You could literally drive from the WOHN studios the 5 or 6 minutes to my home in Reston and have the radio tuned to 1440 in the car, and the signal would completely go away. By the time you pulled in my driveway, you could not hear WOHN at all. It was that tight of a signal pattern. And also on the site, we've got some memories from one of the guys that worked at WOHN over the years, and what the transmitter site looks like now. As you can see here, it's a cell tower with some ball fields there, right in the corner of Fox Mill Road and the Fairfax County Parkway, which wasn't there back then. So check it out, our WOHN tribute at DCR TV Plus. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, folks. That's Dave TV for today. Have a happy weekend, and don't forget to stay tuned.